Hey guys, welcome back to Good Drive. Today we're very excited to check out the Ford Mustang Mach E. The Mustang Mach E is Ford's first all-electric crossover, a direct answer to Tesla's Model Y. From first glance, the car definitely has a very sporty stance. The car starts at $44,000 at the select level with a range of 230 miles. The one we have here is the premium all-wheel drive version, which starts at $48,000 and has a range of 270 miles and 346 horsepower. The driving range between all the models span between 211 and 305 miles. All cars are equipped with fast charging.
So let's look at the back of the Mach E. Usually there's a kick, but we don't have the key right now, so we just open it. See, it comes with a cargo shade, which is nice. Model Y doesn't have that, and you've got pretty decent amount of space back here. I would say it's comparable to all the other cars in its class that we've checked out before. And then you've got, let's see what's under here. So you got a little bit of storage. This is mostly for your charger. You got the tire inflator kit here. And then I believe, yeah, so this cargo floor, you can move it up. So when you fold the seats down, it's all the way flat. Let's see if we can, there's a 12 volt outlet back here. So you can run your tire inflator. Let's see, I don't think there's any buttons to fold down the seats from here, so you gotta fold them from here. And once you do fold it down, so yeah, so if you see there's a little bit of a lip, so that's why this can slide up. And then you've got a flat load floor. So yeah, once you've got everything down, it's pretty big. So here's the front. It's actually pretty big. There's a cargo divider in here right now. But you can actually take this out, and I believe there's a drain plug. Yeah, so there's actually a drain plug, and you can use this as a cooler. So you notice you got like cup holders for your beer. So this is for tailgating, very, very American. So, and you look under here, there's the Mustang logo too, so nice style touch right here. So, you know, everything's very well thought out. They've tried to maximize all the space available. Looks pretty nice.
One of the most unique factors of the Mach E is the door handle. It looks like a small airplane wing, and it's very aerodynamic. And you push this button right here and it pops open a little bit. It won't close on you to prevent your fingers from being jammed, but once you open it more, you can close it all the way. And there's also a number lock here if you forget your keys or you forget your phone. So another very interesting part of the car is the seat puller, and it's very curvy downwards, so it gives the car a very sporty look. But the actual shape of the car is where the black part is, and the actual shape is more like a practical conventional SUV. So I just got in and the car feels fantastic. The build quality, the steering wheel, everything feels very solid, and it feels very quiet in here. We're right next to the freeway, so there's a lot of cars going right by us. But inside, the sound is minimal. I'm very impressed. And there's a USB-C and there's a USB port in the front, which is very convenient. And there's a wireless charging port for your phone in the front as well. There's 2 cup holders. And the most distinctive part of the infotainment system is this volume knob. And what Ford discovered was that many of its users wanted a physical knob. So they put one in directly into the screen. Now it's not like drilled in or anything, it's just a circular button that mimics the touch of finger. And that tells the screen that, you know, you're rotating left or right. So it controls the volume that way, which is another clever trick that the Ford engineers did, which is really cool. And the screen looks great. I mean, it's big, it's visible, the colors are great.
So overall, I really like the ergonomics of the car. Everything's laid out very well because, you know, it's a Ford. Everything's kind of where you expect things to be in a car. Like, you know, all the window controls are here, door handles here. There's nothing funky going on. The shifter is pretty accessible, but I have noticed that there's one part that I'm not sure why. The screen, for me, it's set back a little bit too much to the dashboard. And for my driving position, like I'm not particularly tall, but I'm like average size human being. And I don't have the seat set far too back. But when I try to reach for the screen over here, like my arm is fully extended right now. And I can't touch the screen. I have to reach in to hit this little button at the end. So I wish that they would have brought out the screen a little bit more, or maybe angled it towards the driver, since this is supposed to be, you know, since it's a Mustang, it should be more driver oriented, right? So that is a little, like, the one thing I've noticed that I'm not a huge fan of this car, because like while you're driving, you know, the screen is already, you know, in a vertical, in a portrait position. It's not as easy, I would say, to control things versus in a widescreen. You know, things are spread out a bit more. This portrait screen, I think that's something they could easily fix. Hopefully they can take this feedback. The Mach E has over-the-air updates, just like Tesla, which means that it can get software updates for new features further down the line. One of these new features coming in the next few months is their autonomous driving capability. It has all the hardware for basically level 3, just like on the same level as GM Super Cruise. You see here they have the infrared sensors for tracking your attention, and it's going to be, I believe it's going to be a subscription, just like how GM does it, and then you'll be able to, you know, drive freeways hands-free. And we obviously can't test that yet, but it's pretty compelling option why you would go for this versus, you know, other SUVs in the market. So here in the back of the Mach E, it's actually pretty spacious. I really like the height of the seat. In some other EVs, because of the battery placement, the seat can be a little awkward, like in Teslas. But here it's like a very normal seating position. You've actually got a lot of headroom. I mean, I'm not super tall, but there's actually a decent amount of headroom back here. If you notice how the styling the outside, they've kind of hidden the actual design lines of the rear, so to give you more space. So this, and combined with the glass roof, definitely pretty roomy.
Now we're gonna go for a test drive.
Feels really planted. The steering feels really nice. It's got a nice weight to the steering. I really like the throttle, how it's set up for the one pedal. It's very natural to me. Yeah, the acceleration's good.
Yeah, that 0 to 60 is 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's very smooth. Like it just, it's not like a jolt. It just,
yeah, this is also all-wheel drive on this.
Yeah,
it feels more balanced. I guess that's where the 50-50 weight distribution comes
Exactly.
in.
Yeah, that's what when they designed the platform on this, they were trying to keep the weight. Obviously, when you do that, you're going to affect the handling and performance characteristics of the vehicle.
Do you think this is quieter than the Model Y?
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It feels...
How does it feel in the back?
Oh, it's pretty quiet. I mean, I hear it like a little bit, but it's not like intrusive at all.
Alright, so we just concluded the test drive and we're gonna give our thoughts on it.
So for me, I was really shocked how like well it drove, how it felt, the MVH, everything. Like it feels like a much more premium car. Like compared to a Model Y, which is probably the most direct competitor in terms of price and size and everything. Like it was as refined as the e-tron, I felt. Like it didn't have air suspension, so the ride was pretty firm. But like in terms of everything else, like I would say it felt as nice, if not nicer, than the e-tron.
Yeah, driving wise, it was really refined, and it has a 50-50 weight distribution, and that really helped it corner, and the car felt really balanced overall.
So the one we drove was basically as loaded as you can get right now. It was a premium with the all-wheel drive and the extended battery. The sticker price is $56,000 thereabout. So with, you know, all the tax credits and everything, and here in California we got some extra credits, you're looking about like 46,000 after everything. So
like 10K off.
Yeah, 10K off. So I think for that price, I mean, if you were gonna compare it against like a Model Y, so a base, it pretty much is the same price as a Model Y premium, like all-wheel drive with like no full self-driving. So I would say for the same money, it seems like a much nicer car in terms of like if you value like normal car stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like it's got everything that you normally expect. It's not weird. You don't have to get used to anything.
Right. When I stepped in, I haven't driven a Ford for however many years. It felt so natural to me. Even the acceleration, it was pretty fast. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, but it's not like head jerking fast. It doesn't hurt you, you know, like
it doesn't punch like a Tesla does. It's
right.
very linear.
Yeah. But I think what differentiates the Ford and the Tesla again is the charging solutions available. Right now, the supercharger network is just really good, and I don't think anything else compares to it at the moment.
But what I've seen, the range seems to be pretty accurate, the estimates. So the one we drove has an EPA estimate of like 270. And then if you want something with the longer range, you can go with the Route 1, which is rear-wheel drive only, and it's supposed to do like over 300. So I like versus like Tesla, where I think they're actually kind of cheating a little bit with their estimates. You don't actually get the range that you're supposed to get. So I think for most of the time, the charging is probably not going to be an issue. But on a road trip, yeah, who knows? But I think like it's kind of weird. I feel like the car is like it's like a lot nicer than you would expect, and like in some ways I feel like it's like too premium versus what you think you're getting.
Yeah, like the quality definitely feels much more upscale, and I feel like they try to make the design more modern to fit the Ford brand and the Mustang brand. But yeah, it does feel kind of out of place, right?
Yeah, like it feels like it's Lincoln in terms of the quality and the execution, but they've just kind of made it like Ford or Mustang brand. So I would say if you compare it to like a Lincoln, like if you're to compare it to like the Aviator plug-in, for example, I would feel like, oh, like you're getting a great deal because like you're getting pretty much the same stuff. This car is probably for like a slightly older demographic
than a Model Y.
Like Model Y is like probably people our age, plus or minus 5 years.
Yeah.
I feel like people that would consider the Mach E are probably a bit older, like in the 40s or 50s. I don't see people like our age getting a Mach E, even if they can afford it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't think it's something.
It's not the right demographic.
Yeah, it's not the right demographic, I think. But then again, it's older people that have money generally, right?
Yes.
So I think that's probably a good move.
Overall, I think we're both fairly impressed with the car. We really like it. It's really refined. It is a really great competitor to the Tesla Model Y, and we're very excited to see more of these on the road. So thank you for watching.
Yeah, let us know what you think about the Mach E in the comments below. Would you get it over a Model Y or any other EV? Like, what do you think about it as a Mustang?
And again, this is Jerry
And Jeff?
signing off.